Recently, 3 names were announced again to be added to the ministerial list. Still in line with the, you've spoken very intelligently, and you have educated us on what, there was a term you used, a crawling adult, Nigeria at 63. Now, speak to the issue of leaders being conscious about reducing cost of governance and not overbloating government, because this, yet again, has sparked off a lot of criticisms, especially from opposition, where people that are, loyal to the APC commend it. 50 ministerial nominees, 8 more than the previous administration. Please speak to this, comrade.
Well, some people have described Nigeria as a paradox. A paradox in the sense that, I mean, let's put it at the level of governance now. If there is anything that has been outed again and again in the past 4 to 6 months, it is the reality that we face as far as the cost of governance is concerned. So even those in government have continued to pledge that they want to reduce the cost of governance. I really don't know how that's going to happen. In one breath, you are asking Nigerians to tighten their belts. You are asking Nigerians to make more sacrifices. You see, there is the issue of perception. The average Nigerian you are calling on to tighten their belt. We now see that in the history of this country, we now have the largest bureaucracy, so to say, at the level of the federal government, and the states and local government are likely to act likewise. You say, but it's just 50 ministers. I am more concerned about the numerous aids, the infrastructure in terms of the bureaucratic needs and requirements to run these extra ministries. I'm wondering whether they want to create more ministries. We already have minister of state.
Yes.
I looked at, these 3 names, whereas 2 of them already were tied to the youth ministry. But I look at Balarabe Abbas. I'm wondering where is it going to fit into? Are you creating a fresh ministry, or is there somewhere there to tuck him into? So you have a very large bureaucracy. This government is not walking the talk. It ought to be cutting down the size of governance.
Exactly.
Whatever you can say is not it. It is the perception, the signal that you are sending to Nigerians, the same people who are suffering from the weight of the removal of subsidy. Ideal as that policy is, we know the repercussions, we know the fallouts. There is increasing poverty in the land. There is increasing unemployment. There is daily increase in the price of foodstuffs, medicaments. All of these are the reality that we face. Let's look at other climes. America is, of course, more than double the size of Nigeria in terms of what it constitutes to run a government. Well, how many ministers do they have? Let's look around the countries, that border us. How many ministers do they have? What is the size of their governance infrastructure? I think that the message needs to be sent to this government that it is being wasteful, it is being prodigal, and it needs to cut down on the size of governance, if only to just send a message to Nigerians that government feels with the people, that government is walking the talk, that when they ask Nigerians to tighten their belt, government is doing the same. For now, we can't see that.